My most memorable moment was I returned match figures of none for 140 on debut, and they picked me for the next test.
Welcome to episode 8 of the Kerry O'Keefe Show. Thanks for your support. A couple of months of a lot of fun this end. Hope you've been enjoying them. Today I'm going to concentrate on the 40th anniversary of Kerry Packers World Series cricket. That's right. Come on, Aussie, come on. Turns 40 in a couple of months. Who would believe it? March 1977, a number of us signed for KP. Didn't know what we were doing, but we knew one thing, that we were poor. And he was going to do something about that. I know that it was all about the television rights. He was the overbidder, didn't get them. ABC rewarded them. He found out through John Cornell, Paul Hogan's manager, that the players were so underpaid that they would jump at a professional troupe, and we did. I was 27 years of age. I was a part-time brewery carter's assistant, earning $50 a day and complimentary schooners at city hotels. It did have its advantages. But my future was unsure as a cricketer. I was unqualified. I was easy meat for the professional circuit, and I chose to go with Kerry Packer. I don't regret it. It was the day the game changed forever. Players were marketed, day-night cricket came in, coloured clothing and better pay. Although the moment Kerry Packer left the game, of course, players' payments went back to what they were pre-Packer. It was only from 1990 onwards that they started to go north. But the 80s was as poorly paid as any previous era, despite Kerry Packer's intervention. I had a lot of fun times in World Series cricket. I was not in the main team. I was on the country circuit. I played every upcountry game that was on the itinerary, and I enjoyed them. I had mixed experiences, of course. Bowling to the West Indies on postage stamps, regional grounds, wasn't fun. There was one day, it was 40 degrees at Tamworth #1 sports ground with the public swimming pool outside the ground over the road. Viv Richards hit me into that pool 3 times. My head was spinning, the pitch wasn't. I wish I could have bowled my head. There's another time at Oaks Oval, Lismore. It was their first day-night game where I was a reluctant opener in that twilight period. Stevie Wonder playing golf would have had more chance of hitting the ball. I was facing Michael Holding and Andy Roberts, and it was guesswork. The lights were 4 candles held by volunteers and a guy up one end with a black bed sheet as a side screen. Yeah. There's another time at Traralgon, Victoria, where the pitch was so bad that facing the West Indies, I was again opening, reluctantly, and Michael Holding gloved me off a length in front of my nose, and I yelled, "Catch it." There was another time at Rockhampton where Clive Lloyd hit me so far that the adjoining racecourse was just about to start a barrier trial. It was interrupted. Fond memories. My World Series cricket journey ended in Barbados in 1979 when we were over there playing the West Indies. I was left out of the Super Test team and decided with Mick Malone to run back to our hotel, get a bit of cardio in, crossing a street of a Barbados region, and a car came through a stop sign and collected me. Broke my knee in 3 places and shredded my medial ligaments. As I hit the gravel, Mick Malone picked me up and said, "Skull, try and run it out. It's probably only a corky." Mick chose not to do orthopaedic surgery in retirement. But I had a ball playing World Series cricket. Dennis Lilly said it was the toughest cricket he ever played. We were trailblazers, and I think that Cricket Australia and the ACA have struck a deal where the players are much advantaged these days, far better than we were pre-1977. And to a certain extent, the players owe Kerry Packer a debt of gratitude. They don't have to worship at his altar, but they have to say, yeah, he decided that the game would be marketed, that it would enter a professional phase where the players would be well compensated, and they are. Come on, Aussie, come on. We all remember it. 40 years old in a few weeks. And now to your Twitter questions, and thank you very much for sending them in. I really enjoy receiving some of your inquiries on modern cricket in Australia. Ewan Jones asks, and well done for supporting the show again, Ewan. Far North Queensland, strong patriot, good man, good cricket man, E. Jones. Thanks for watching again. His question is, what does India mean for Warner? What levels of responsibility does he carry to bat time and score? And could you review the AB medalists? Well, firstly on Warner, huge responsibility. He can hurt India square of the wicket, particularly their spinners. He's got lots of runs in the IPL. He knows how to play on turning pitches that don't turn too much. The thing about Warner is if the ball deviates, it affects his timing and his shot making, like with all players, but particularly him. The ball stops swinging, good luck bowling swing to him, bowling no swing. And it has to, if it doesn't spin much, he again is very clever at working the ball square of the wicket. So big responsibility. Warner has to own India on a couple of days for Australia to have a big chance of winning this series. I think he will. The AB medalists, of course, Warner, the Allan Border medalist, on the strength of ODI form. He was a beast in that form. He racked up a number of points. Thought Cameron White being domestic player of the year, yet not included in the ODI team. Sam Heaslett, the promising 21-year-old from Queensland, who's been mentioned on this show, takes the place of the injured Steve Smith. Again, this youth policy, you would expect nothing less. Greg Chappell's on the panel at the moment. They're going to embrace youth. So Cameron White, despite his runs and being the domestic player of the year, misses out basically because of his age. They're looking at a younger player. Sad, but that's the reality of the current panel. David Samarkis asks, is Ashton Agar better than most of the all-rounders? Should he be given a decent go instead of Mitchell Marsh? I don't think so. Ashton Agar's gone to India in the touring party because he bounces those left-arm spinners. But there's a looseness to Agar that I just don't... He bowls in an ill-fitting jumper in the Big Bash. He doesn't really try and rip it. He just spears it towards middle and leg stump. He bats with one foot off the ground too much. You know, he's got a great hand-eye, but there's a looseness to Ashton Agar's cricket that has just not won me. I think he's very talented, he feels outstandingly, he's got a good temperament, lots of pluses. But again, it's the old coach in me. I just think technically he's not quite there in either discipline. However, I hope I'm proved wrong because he's an enthusiastic cricketer with a lot of talent. But is he hard-nosed enough technically to make it at the next level? I think Mitchell Marsh is. There's a sluggishness of feet movement, but he's such a strong hitter and his bowling is so much better on particular pitches. He can win a test for you at Lord's, and not many of those that are picked as quasi all-rounders could do that, but Mitchell Marsh could. I've seen him do it, and he'll be given further opportunities. Thanks. You're still with us. Just a bit of light reading, still available. Salvation Army, Penrith, $1, good value. Make sure you subscribe to the Kerry O'Keefe Show. It's on every week. It's a good laugh. Hope to enjoy your company soon.